Hey everyone, Vintage Fan Collector here, and today we have a little treat. This is my 1979 Casablanca Zephyr that I installed in my brother's room yesterday. This is, I know it's kind of weird. Wow, K63, but why does it have hang true? I'll get to that in a moment, but for now, I'll explain why I have it installed in here. So the reason is, my brother wanted a lot more air movement, and fine blades on the K55 with IntelliTouch, because IntelliTouch does run a little bit slower because I have a 10 UF capacitor instead of a 12. So I put in this instead of, because this is a K63, so it moves a lot more air and goes faster, and it also is variable speed, so that means it does even more, because they were never IntelliTouch K63 fans. Essentially what a K63 is a small washing machine motor, because back in the 70s and the early 80s, Emerson didn't actually have a specific ceiling fan motor. When they had decided to go away from oil bath, shaded pole, to permanent split capacitor induction, which is basically a stack motor, or as some people like to call it, a K55 type motor. I don't care what you call it, but the correct term, I guess, technically speaking, a spinner motor is a permanent split capacitor induction motor, but this is the type of permanent split capacitor induction motor that has the rotor on the inside that turns a shaft that turns a flywheel, instead of the rotor being on the outside, which is what the blades mount to. So with that being said, this is of course a stack motor fan, but it's more powerful than the K55, which is their first, which was Emerson's ceiling fan motor until, you know, spinner motors started to become popular. So this is antique white with polished brass trim, of course. I've never actually seen a Zephyr with a polished brass top plate, so this is kind of cool. I don't know if all K63 ones were like this, but I like it. I used the original light kit on it as well. I had bought the light kit, or actually no, I got it for free from Jared a long time ago when he got this fan, and I finally have the fan. And I used the 87 Delta 2 cane blades, which look amazing. The spiral downrod from the 83 Panama, the 85 Panama hang true, and the light kit shades from the 81 Copper Victorian that Jared still has, that he gave me the shades for. So we have it on a wall control because my brother can't reach the knob. So the light kit is wired for the D1 option, which just goes straight through the shaft to the ceiling. This room does have 14.3 cable. So we'll start with the light. I'll try to do the best I can to show you all the range. Not perfect, but hey. So the max for the control was actually 190 watts, but I was scrambling to find bulbs and I remembered these are all 43 watt halogens, so it turns out these are 172 watts, so I'm good with that. So just if you buy a Harbor Breeze wall control, use halogens instead of straight up incandescents. So we'll start off with the lowest speed. This is going to be the control video. I will do a video with the variable speed. The variable speed, well, the pull chain actually controls just the fan, so it still functions. That's why I have a tassel on it. So the low speed, the first low speed on this control is actually pretty nice. It's a good slow low for a wall control. I'm actually really impressed with it. And this isn't me tweaking the variable speed knob, it's set fully to high. Nothing I can change on it. And it's cardboard box variable speed. For those who don't know, the K63 is not slumber quiet, now you know. The reason being, slumber quiet requires a heat sink for a K55, and K63 motors get a lot hotter because they were made for a washing machine instead of a ceiling fan. So they create more heat. Therefore, the electronics for a slumber quiet would definitely burn up, and those fans would never work. Hence why Also, that technology wasn't a thing yet. That's another thing. That's also why. So this is a cardboard box, and it's actually a quiet cardboard box. See? I'm talking more because there's a little quarrel in the kitchen with my mom and my brother, so I'd like to drown that out as much as possible. Alright, we'll move on to second low speed. Also, I said I'd explain why it's on hang true. One, when Jared sold this to me, he did not include the mounting bolt, which if anybody knows what a K6 or a K55 bell canopy. Just put in my keyboard with the stupid headphones. I don't care. Anyway, anybody knows what a bell canopy Casablanca, how they mount? They have a little bolt that goes through that holds it. He didn't include that because he couldn't find it or whatever, so there would be no way to mount it. Second reason, I would like the clearance to be the same as the old fan in here. It's actually a little more clearance because the light kit is different and it doesn't hang down as low. So that's another reason. And then the third one is I would like it to not wobble as much, and it doesn't wobble as much. And the fourth reason is convenience. I didn't have to replace a hang true with another mounting system, so it's easier. Those are my reasons. I would like to have a bell canopy if all those reasons weren't existent. Medium. Oh, calm down there. Now it starts to buzz a little bit. But it's not really noticeable. I'm sorry about that. My brother was trying to come in, but he was messing with my keyboard all day today, so I get to mess in his room because it's only fair. Plus, I wanted to film this video anyway. Yeah, it's a good angle. Okay, and high speed. So it does buzz a lot more, and it does have a small wobble. I think one of the blade arms got a little out of whack somehow. It also might be one of the blades, but I think it's the blade arm. But it's a lot better than it would be on bell canopy. I also don't really want to reverse this because the reverse switch is right here in the vent right there. And obviously I have to turn it off to reverse it. But maybe just for kicks, because people apparently like reverse somehow, I'll do so. So after high speed, a little bit, we'll yeah, this thing is certainly a powerhouse, and I definitely like how it came out. It looks amazing. I said headphones. Does he not understand? Okay, I'll let it spin down and we'll reverse it. Actually, I'll do the spin down later. I'll let it get up to speed and we'll spin down. I'll be right back. Sorry. So there's the spin down. Yeah, it has a spiral down rod, by the way. Something it didn't have before, so that's also a plus. Personally, I prefer the look of hang shrews anyway. The bell canopies are nice, but I grew up with hang shrews. I did also grow up, I guess I grew up with bell canopies too. I saw a lot of those. But I just like the look of the hang shrew better. And I don't know, I've always been partial to it because that was the first mounting system I ever saw for any fan, for that matter. I just always liked it, so yeah. The blades that it came with were just regular old white blades. I have the blades, but I didn't want to bother with them because the cane blades are much cooler. And I do enjoy having a cane bladed fan in my house. These are my only good set of cane blades. The other cane blades I have are yellowed, very, very, very yellowed antique white cane blades like these. But these aren't nearly as bad. Of course, they're not really a white color either. They're more of kind of a grayish, bluish color. It's a weird tint. But it's way better than the cane blades before. So yeah, this pretty much concludes the demonstration portion of the video. Can't think of anything else really to record. I'll do a variable speed one, of course, but yeah. So well, that concludes the video. Thanks everyone for watching, and I hope y'all enjoyed. Don't forget that there's more to come, and if anybody would like to see the variable speed demonstration video, then just look out for that. That'll be coming up pretty soon as well. So, thank y'all for watching.